Journalist and political analyst David Grasso. David, great to see you.
Happy Mother's Day to all those who celebrate, including my mother, Dr. Karina Ortega Grasso from Celebration, Florida.
Well, I love that. Happy Mother's Day to you, Mama. The president, as you know, David, taking a lot of heat on tariffs, touting now this great progress made between the U.S. and China over the weekend. More details set to be provided tomorrow, we understand. But what do you see as the threshold for success? What movement is necessary for the public and the markets to regain their footing a little bit, have some more confidence as we look ahead?
Yeah, and the rumor on the street is that he wants to bring it down to around 80% or whatever the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent thinks. But the problem is those are entirely way too high for the level of imports that we bring into China from China every day. I mean, just anecdotally here in Houston, I went to DSW, Discount Shoe Warehouse, yesterday. There's almost nothing on clearance left. So we're really living off of things that were imported prior to 140% tariffs, which now may come down to 80%. And remember, this isn't just stuff we bring in. It's also components. We have a heavily globalized supply chain. And really, at this level of tariffs, there's going to be a lot of economic destruction, no matter what you think philosophically of these tariffs.
Yeah, I wanted to look at this through a political lens as well. Republican lawmakers, they're getting a lot of feedback regarding this ongoing trade war. They're concerned about their own reelections in many cases. We're seeing right now a pretty unified stance from the party supporting the president's overall mission. What do you believe they need to hear tomorrow to keep that support going? And do you see it eroding in the weeks ahead if they don't believe major inroads are happening in these discussions?
There's a lot of dissent within the Republican Party. Here in Texas, Senator Ted Cruz, and over in Kentucky, Senator Rand Paul have made it very clear that they don't like tariffs. Big-time donor Charles Koch is also starting an initiative to fight these tariffs in the courts. Many Republicans and, of course, Democrats want to see movement on this. They see this as a self-inflicted pain that was not necessary. The economy was very stable when President Trump came in. Obviously, a lot of us agree that trade needs to change. It's not fair and that China is taking advantage of us. But really, the stakes are extremely high, not just politically, but economically. And considering we also have a pending budget deal, we have huge deficits, we have creeping inflation. This is a very, very narrow window for the administration to really get what they want without losing a humongous amount of political capital in the midterms.
Yeah. We've got about a minute left, but I want to talk about that bill you're talking about, Trump's big, beautiful bill, a key part of his overall economic plan. It is hitting some pretty significant bumps, though, with Republican leadership as well. Spending cuts, tax deduction limits, all the particulars right now being debated. What do you see as the major potential stumbling blocks when we're talking about a stated goal of July 4th to get this over the finish line?
Yeah, so basically we need the bill passed by July, and it's coupled with also the debt ceiling increase. And it's not just that. We have a huge fiscal problem. Let me just leave you with this so the audience understands how grave the situation is. If you cut everything except Social Security, healthcare spending, defense, veterans, and the interest on the debt, the budget still wouldn't be balanced. So if we're not talking about those big ticket items, we're never going to fix the problem. And if we don't fix the problem, we're going to have happen what happened in the UK. Prime Minister Liz Truss lasted 44 days because she tried to cut taxes and lost credibility and caused a short-term debt crisis in the UK. Now, we're not there yet in America, but when we look back on history, if both parties continue to be asleep at the wheel about this issue, we're looking at dire consequences for the future of the United States.
Yeah, and even if the Republicans do unite, they still have those slim majorities. There is very little room for error here. David Grasso, thank you as always for the breakdown.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
It is.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.